Hello. Hi, I'm Mark. Before I press start on this, this is super beta, like as of last night beta, and it's Ignite, and it's 15 seconds a slide, and I just had a quad grande Americano, and I may be able to catch up to the slides, and I may remember what I wanted to say with each of them, but it's kind of the spirit of it is to have some fun. So I'm going to try to have some fun. And so we begin. What I learned at camp, how the web is restoring community. This is a little bit about me, a bit about my story, but I think what it is about a lot of the things that we are actually all part of. And the thing that I learned is that everything I learned about what the future would look like, I learned at camp. And part of that was the WIREDcamp conference in Toronto, and I was also Burning Man. And I realized that people were connecting online, and they were compelled to meet face to face. And meanwhile, we were like having these major crises in the world that we need to address: energy, financial, economic, environmental, and our systems aren't keeping up. We are putting band-aids on things and pushing the issues down the road. So we are moving from this industrial age structure. We've organized everything, our communities, our state institutions, public services, our economies around the industrial production paradigm. And we're moving to a network society where, profound shifts in how we organize production, knowledge, content, public discourse, and this is all enabled by technology, and how we can, an individual's community is becoming socially and spatially diverse. So it is challenging our institutions, and many of you in this room are actually experiencing this, the clash between the new paradigm and the old. And a lot of these institutions were created out of the 18th century and also the 60s and 70s. Meanwhile, the web is rewiring our society around us. And as Clay Shirky says, we are living in the middle of the largest increase in expressive capability in the history of the human race. And this creates entirely new potential for collective action. Shirky talks about the cognitive surplus, the amount of time that we previously devoted to watching television that we now can put to productive use by connecting to each other online, spatially, and around the things that we care about. So we need a new framework to connect this amazing potential, this remarkable new collective action potential, and the needs of our time to the institutions that can support and scale solutions for the future. We need a framework that connects the complexity of these hubs and spokes to our institutions. So David Crow, the godfather of WIREDcamp in Toronto and a Microsoft evangelist who cares a lot about startups and new venturing, said that community is the framework. That in community, new ideas are born and new businesses are started. So in our cities, in our politics, in our places of work, in the places we call home, we need to restore community. We don't have community, I would argue. We don't know each other. We don't know the colleagues down the hall. We don't know our neighbors. What it means to restore community is we need new techniques, new methods. So those are, what I believe, are, here's some: open space, the way we meet, social media, the way we talk, open innovation, the way we work, and community leadership to make it all work. Open space is what you're participating in right now. It's a large group gathering that is focused on the small group. The small group is what Peter Block calls the unit of transformation. In a small group of 5 to 8 people, you can change the world. Social media is changing how we have conversations, where we are given everybody has now the ability to create content, and that means that we have voice, and we have to think about authenticity and identity and collaboration in entirely new ways. And open innovation is a new paradigm for how we produce things of value. Creative Commons, open access, open data, open source, co-creation, all these are ideas that are based on the idea that anybody can connect anybody to work together. And all of these new and emerging forms of gathering and conversation and work need a new kind of leader. This is not command and control. This is not what we learned from the battlefield. This is a different kind of gardener and organizer that can inspire and influence behavior. So Change Camp is a means to spread these ideas. We spread the emerging ideas, tools, and methods of a network society and build social capital to accelerate community transformation. Change Camp is a platform in the community. And we have this broad vision of 100 change camps in 2010. Imagine 100 gatherings like this in communities all across Canada, happening simultaneously on the same day, all of which connected and online. So we use our handy little 1990 rule, if you're familiar with that. If there's 100 change camp events of 100 people each, there are 10,000 co-creators. There's online participation of 90,000, potentially 100,000 people, and up to 1 million people actually aware and engaged. And we're interested in transforming individuals and communities. People that have this experience end up being changed. And my name is Mark Kuznicki, and I'm here to recruit you. I would like to recruit each of you to join this movement. You're already part of it, and to become leaders and organizers in your own communities in the way that you see fit. Thank you.